Yo, Middle America loves Bachelor.
Oh, they love it.
I go home to Ohio. Everyone's like asking me about it because I hang out with them. They're like, "So which one did you do this with?"
What? I
like,
was.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I gotta bleep that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello. Trisha, you always ruin. Okay, just go.
Guys
Welcome back into another episode of the Tumen Show. Before we get into things, we wanted to talk about what was on this episode. George opened up about one of his personal battles that he still struggles with to this day. So if you guys want to hear more about that, drop a like. The last one got like 4,000 likes. Let's see if we can get 5,000 likes on this one for maybe the Alyssa Violet interview. Maybe she'll text us back eventually.
Or 6,000.
But drop a comment, guys, if you want us to open up more about personal struggles that we have, more things that are personal in our lives. I know George has opened up a lot about some of the things that he struggled with.
Yeah, I'm like getting too open now.
I didn't really struggle with anything in life because I'm kind of perfect. So
oh my God.
If you want me to make up some things that I've struggled with, then let me know.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Oh, and Trisha's on this week too.
Hi.
Fudge.
We're actually in quite the hurry right
Dude,
now.
like next level hurry. But you know what? I feel like this is going to be a good one. Because like I'm already...
This is a frantic episode. We don't have Justin. We actually have Trisha.
Yeah, we fired Justin because his face. We were like, you can't handle it anymore.
Justin's working for some IG model now. He quit working for us.
Yeah.
So good luck, Justin.
Thanks,
in your
Justin,
future
you son
endeavors.
of a bitch.
Anyways, guys, welcome back into another episode of
The Tumen Show.
Three men show. Well, 2 men
Trisha,
and a woman.
Trisha, you don't talk unless you're talked to.
Okay, I'm not going to do this.
Oh my God. It's the
spoken
2 men
to.
show, not the 2.5 men.
Tumen Show and woman sitting by, and we also have a guest in the audience.
Oh, we have a live. Let's pan to the live audience. No, we don't have that one yet.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Anyways, guys, I was in Ohio this weekend. I actually had a blast. I got the hell out of Dodge, if you will.
Dodge?
Yeah, you know the expression, right?
Get out of town.
Got out of Dodge, right, Trisha?
I've never heard of that.
Thank you.
And we learned something before I went to Ohio, actually. I have this written down because I write down notes, things that happened during the week to talk about on the podcast.
In your life.
I wrote down, George can't have a daughter, Sweet Green conversation.
Sweet Green?
Do you remember this conversation we had at Sweet Green, how you got very defensive over
I can't have a daughter?
You can't have a daughter.
Yeah.
One, because you don't want her to be a
that's not fair because we can't even bring up the situation because she doesn't want us to bring it up. Because
but let's
it's a personal thing, so no one can even defend me.
You can talk vaguely about it.
We can talk vaguely.
No, because if we talk vaguely about it,
I'll set up the
I look bad.
No, I'll set up the situation. George, we just learned, is very protective over the people in his life that he cares about the most. So if he has a daughter, he's going to be very protective.
Yeah, I mean, you know why? Is because, okay, I'll basically, I'll paint a picture that you guys could see in your mind. There was a situation that Mark and most likely every single other person would have handled it a little bit more with care because they see it most likely not ending bad. But the situation in my mind did not end well. And so I don't know how to communicate my fear. Like when I'm in a panic stage and my backup is like my back's against the wall, I'm like fight or flight. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't back out. Like think about it. If I'm about to fight a 6'5" guy, I go into it thinking I'm either gonna die or I'm going to win and tell a crazy story. So like my mindset is never like, oh, let's think about this and then have a rational conversation. But I think I'm getting better at it.
He is getting better.
I'm getting better at it. Here's the thing.
He admits he's getting better, which is good.
I'm passionate, and everything I do is 100%. So if I have to step in as like the older brother, even though she is older than me, but like in times where I'm like, okay, shit, no, I see this going in the wrong way, like I'll handle it. But if they challenge me and don't go with what I'm trying to advise them, then it's like fight or flight. Now we're in an argument.
Oh, it's all fight, no flight.
Yeah, but this is like a learning lesson for you and how to deal with situations and scenarios.
Yeah, because then
not everyone's always going to agree with your viewpoint. And when that happens, you can't get so defensive.
I only get defensive when I'm fearful. Like, for example...
Fearful of what? You're feared that you're
I
wrong?
care so much about my friends and my loved ones that I'm not the type of guy that's like... Well, at least I told them, you know what I mean? Like, I can't be that guy. Like, I'd rather, okay, let me give you an example. Perfect example, right? There's a baby sitting right next to fire. Now, this baby doesn't know what fire is. right? And you're looking around. So this baby doesn't know what fire is.
Right.
A lot of people are like, well, that baby's probably not going to touch the fire. He probably knows better. He feels the heat coming towards him, right? And a lot of parents would pick up that kid and be like, no, you don't touch this. But I'm the type of parent that if I would see my baby reaching for the fire, I'd punt that baby in the face 100 feet out, because I'd rather have my baby hurt and mad at me now than have its whole life ruined in that situation when I could have done something. So I have no problem stepping in and hurting your feelings now and making sure you're safe than waiting around being like, see, I told you, and knowing that I could have stopped a greater pain. Do you get what I'm saying?
All that I heard from that was that George is willing to punt a baby.
I'll punt the shit out of babies. I'll punt the shit out of babies.
I was just going to say, and he doesn't like fight you with like hopes that you'll never talk to him again. It's out of love. Everything's out of love. George
I know,
so
but
passionate.
there's ways of dealing with situations, and we're just different in the way that we deal with situations. George is I'm very logical, and like I don't let emotions. I don't let emotions get involved when I'm presented with an emotional situation. I sit back and I'm like, let's think about this logically.
Yeah,
that's how my real brother is, and then I have Georgie, which
because we're
like,
Libras, man. We're logical.
Yeah.
But anyways,
wait. First of all, our life is not logical. Like the things that we do is not based off of logic. Like,
did you ever take philosophy?
Dude, I would destroy people in philosophy. You know why? Because I love to talk, and you might think I know what I'm doing, but I don't. But I'll confuse you. I'll confuse the shit out of you.
Well, that just goes like I actually wrote this down about talking about family. Family's important because you guys are like family. You treat each other like family.
Yeah.
How long have
Of
you guys
course.
known each other?
Since we were born.
This was something that I really needed to get out of Los Angeles this week because I just felt like I lost touch. I haven't seen my family since Christmas. And going back to Ohio, man, like grounded me again.
Reboots, man.
Reboot.
You need
The
it. That's I
best.
always told you. You used to always ask me, why are you going to Arizona so much? I remember we had that conversation.
Yeah.
And I go, when you deal with stress, you got to go home.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, nothing matters. 'Cause I was talking to this about Belle. I know this sounds really cheesy.
Belle is his girlfriend. Her actual name's Shauna. I don't know why.
Yeah, her name's Little Belle.
He calls her Belle because
You know what's funny? I called Little Belle because when Mark introduced me, I saw her for the first time and I was like, wow, you kind of look, as a joke, I go,
Bella Hadid.
you look like Bella Hadid. All the comments in my YouTube videos when she's in, they're like, dude, that looks exactly like Bella Hadid. So I was like, yeah, see, I wasn't wrong. But I call her Little Belle because whatever. But I was on my way to get pizza on a weekend. And all I kept thinking about, no joke, was a pizza,
a pizza.
a Coca-Cola. And I have this beautiful girl that
You
I'm
said you weren't drinking Coke anymore. You're drinking Pepsi.
Oh, I know, right? Brand deals. Whoever pays me more, I'm drinking. And then I have this beautiful girl that I'm dating that's like my best friend. All my friends are healthy. And I was like, whoa, I really don't sit back and think about the most simple things, like the fact that I have a healthy life. My friends are healthy. My mom and dad are very healthy. And we just are so, me and you are always like, oh, we got to do this. We got to keep up with this. We got to make sure our music's going. We got to do this. So me and you are always throwing, not because we're mean, but because we care about each other. We're always throwing negative like views because we need to fix our negatives and turn it to positives. And that's how me and you work.
Right.
And I don't think we take enough time to really look at the positives.
Not at all.
Because we're so hyper focused on where we need to go that we're really not appreciating where we're at. And so when I was sitting in the back of the car and I was like, oh my God, I started tearing up. I was like, dude, like I have great money in my bank account. I just bought a home. I have a healthy family, a beautiful girlfriend. My friends would die for me. I was like, I really started choking up in the back seat. I was like, man, I have nothing to worry about. Even if I start losing a lot, even say God forbid half, I still live an absolutely crazy life. And I know today we're running around and today was a crazy day for me. Like literally every single thing went south for me. Like Belle's car, like battery died out of nowhere. So she had to take my car, drove 45 minutes to realize that all my gear is in her car. So I have to drive all the way there. Can't even get into the studio because they need to accept me. So now I'm sitting outside for an hour. So like everything is going off. So I really need to have these moments where I sit back and think, dude, and I know I'm trying to not stop I'm trying to stop swearing, but I really need you to hear this in this voice. You need to shut the fuck up when you keep saying that things are not working out. Because I'm sitting here like today, and I'm like, oh, things are not working out. Things are need that work. Like, I need to eat a dick because there's somebody out there in the world that's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You pulled up in a Mercedes-Benz to your friend's penthouse, talking on a podcast that hundreds of thousands of people tune in to hear. and I'm sitting here like, today's not a good day. So
Yeah.
it's like, we really need to change our points.
That's
of
actually,
views.
it's funny you said that because I was back home and there was a moment where I like got teary eyed because I was just sitting back and I was like looking and I was watching just my family and I'm like, damn, I have it so good. And it's funny that you said that because I was literally thinking that like, God, I'm so focused right now on what's going bad in my life.
Yeah.
Because I'm a problem solver. I fix what's
Exactly.
not right. And I'm like, oh, I'm not the type of person that needs to be told like, hey man, you're doing a great job. I'm the type of person that needs to be told this is what you need to fix, this is what you need to fix. But when you get in your head so much and you're continuously saying like, damn, I got to fix so many things, I don't even know where to start. You don't even fix any of them, and then you just keep digging yourself into this hole of like negative feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Appreciate what you have.
You really do. And
Yes.
here, I want to say one thing that may correlate with everybody. So everybody says whatever you put out into the universe is what you get back, right? And if you're a religious man or a scientific man, like if you believe in that, you'd believe in this. I said this to my friend the other day, and I just kind of just said it. I didn't even think, you know how you say things and then it really hits you after you say, you're like, wow, I don't know where the hell I pulled that out of my ass, but it meant a lot. She was like, nah, I don't want to go to the club. And I go, why? She goes, because every time I go there, I meet losers or somebody I don't want to have a
said this,
relationship
Olga?
with. I'm not going to say who it is.
But yes, Olga.
It's not Olga. It's not Olga. It's not Olga. And actually, Olga, I give her credit on one thing. She's always looking at the bright side of things. Like
Right.
She
Right.
is. She really is.
Like that's one thing I do respect about her. She always does look on the brighter side of things. But
Ojita.
going back to what I was saying, this girl's like, no, I never meet guys at the bar that are cool. Every single time I walk into the bar, it's like this and blah, 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 this isn't that. And so like, I just don't want to go. And I'm like, but you're going. She's like, yeah, but I don't want to go. I'm like, yo, you got to understand that whatever energy you put walking into that room is the same energy you're going to get
Right.
getting out of that
Exactly.
room. So if you walk in with your eyes open, your heart open, you might pick up something that you never would have seen, because I'm telling you, there's 100 times that I would have to humble myself and say, you know what? You don't know it all. You're not the greatest thing in the world. And I'd sit there listening to people that I would kind of exit out because I'm like, dude, I can't. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
And then you would hear something from their mouth and you're like, wow, that actually makes sense. And that kind of helps me.
Right.
So like if you go into a room or like if you go into a club or you go into a meeting, if you go in with a closed mind, the chances are you're going to come in with the same thing you get out. So if you walk in with a shitty attitude, you're probably going to walk out of that business deal with a shitty deal.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm
You
saying?
just
Like-
have to like walk into things with an open heart.
I used to be the same way about the club. You'd be like, oh, the club was the same shit every time. And then I started to like let loose and not really care about like me being the guy
Yeah.
sitting up there being the cool guy. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to get fucked up and have a good time and dance with my friends.
Why
and then
else
I've
would you
had
go
the
to the
best
club?
times at the club ever since changing my mindset about that.
Exactly.
But it goes with anything in life. Like you said, because you'll think about like, I don't know, for example, in our world, we get approached a lot from people with business opportunities.
Every
you
day.
know, like, oh, I got this app idea. I got this.
And we always
business
heard
thing.
that same idea 2 years before.
Always.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where, you go in with this, you hear this guy say, oh, I got this app idea. And then you're just like, you immediately shut off your brain.
Shut it off.
But there's actually, if you shift your mindset and like, there's actually some good opportunities out there. And I did this a couple years ago. So that happened to me. And I forget what the app was. It was called this Genie's app. And it's actually big right now. It's like the virtual app where you can like make yourself an emoji kind of thing.
I don't know what
It's,
it
like
is.
Wait, is it?
it's called Genies.
It's kind of like.
And I was like,
the
yeah, that's
Apple
never
emoji
going to be
thing.
like a cool thing. But
Yeah.
like, that's like a dope thing.
But here's
now.
the thing, bro. We're great at creating things.
Yeah.
Get what I'm saying? We're great at entertaining people. But let's put it this way. I'm going to openly admit this. Ready? I am a very close-minded man when it comes to a lot of things. 100% is because the way I was raised. So if somebody would have came up to me like, dude, I got an idea. It's going to be $1 billion idea. First thing I would say is, okay, sure.
Yeah.
And then he would hit me with this. Ready? It's going to be called Uber. And I'm like, Uber, huh? And he's like, yeah, get it. Strange people around the world, that's strangers. They don't have jobs. They don't have 9 to 5s. They have nothing to do in their life. They want to make money, right? So what they're going to do is they're going to get into their own vehicle and pick you up. And all you got to do is put on your phone, hey, this is where I live. Come get me and take me to my work. I would be like, that is the creepiest shit
that is creepy when
I
you
have
put it
ever
that
heard in my
way.
life. Why would I ever waste my money? Because nobody's going to want a stranger to pick them up.
Right.
But then guess what? $1 billion idea.
Right.
So like, At the end of the day, you have to be out of your mind crazy to be something great in this world.
Oh God, this even goes into those motivational videos that I've been listening to, because I listened to one today about this. Everything starts with nothing, right? It starts with an idea, and the people, you're not truly passionate about something until people start to realize, I forget what it said, basically, like if someone says you're obsessed with something, then that's like a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, you know, because people like tend to say, oh, he's kind of too obsessed with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But those are the people that like go to the next level and succeed. Like, for example, Mark Zuckerberg, like you would think he's a weirdo. Like, oh, he's so obsessed with Facebook. Or look at Elon Musk. He's so obsessed with Tesla. But like, look at those companies, what they've become, because they've been obsessed with their craft and obsessed with the vision.
Right.
Can I take a small break to Uber my mother from Burbank?
Oh, so speaking of Uber, you're gonna
I'm gonna Uber my mother with a strange man.
Is landing right now as we speak at Burbank Airport, and she's gonna come over here and see the apartment for the first time and the setup. Of the Toolman show.
She's
pretty impressive, honestly.
Well, while George is doing that, let's talk to Trisha, because while I was in Ohio this weekend, I let Trisha stay at my apartment. How was that?
You did. It was so much fun.
Did you bring any guys back?
No.
I heard Olga did.
I'm not talking about
Dude, listen to this. Did you hear what I heard? I called Trisha freaking out.
I was in bed already.
I was pissed. I go, why are you letting a strange dude in Mark's house right now? I'd be flipping my shit. And then she goes, nah, Mark just said close the lock and lock the office door and then just have a bunch of fun. And I was like, okay. Can you put your address in here? So like, yeah, right there, close-minded. Because me, if I was ever loaning my house to somebody, I'd be like, you can't invite strangers into my house. So I had my undies.
But did you have fun?
I had a lot of fun.
What was the best part? Because you live with George and you guys share an apartment. What was your favorite part about kind of just having the weekend to yourself?
Just like the quietness. And like I don't know. I like waking up and just kind of like being slow and like letting my body wake up. George is just like bam, bam, bam. And I love it. But it was nice to just like.
Just be free?
Yeah.
But you never stay. Why didn't you stay here alone? You always had someone sleep over. Why is
Mom,
that?
are you at Burbank or LAX?
George's on the phone right now.
Yeah. Are you at Burbank or LAX?
She sent
okay,
him.
Perfect. Your Uber's on its way right now. I'm going to text you what it looks like.
She literally sent him the itinerary too.
Okay, love you, bye.
Messages.
Well, anyways, while Trisha was here, I went to Ohio. Here's what I did in Ohio. I got off my flight, didn't sleep at all, and I want to say that airlines, they discriminate against tall guys. Why do you have to pay extra for extra legroom? It's not my fault.
I'm tall too.
It's not my fault that I was born this way.
Wow, I find it roomy.
It's not my fault that I'm not the size of an average American. Why do I need to be punished and pay more money to have more legroom?
Right. Can I ask you something? How do you get off the jets?
What do you mean?
Because even I'm tucking my head in the jets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you limbo off of the jets?
I was literally this whole flight like this, and I wake up and my neck's sore. I can't sleep.
Worst.
It's not fair, and you have to pay like $80 to
I
get
literally
extra
hike
legroom.
my feet up to the next person's like armrest, and I just like lay
What
my head next to
I want to know is what happens, right? If the flight's full, right? And you're in an emergency exit row, and she comes up to you like, in case of an emergency.
Are you willing to assist?
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
And you're like, no. What does she do?
They move you.
Yeah.
They move you, and they get a volunteer to move in your seat.
But here's the thing. Who the fuck do you think is sitting in there? Rambo? You think if the flight's going down, I give a shit about the baby that's been screaming for the whole 8 hours on the way to Australia?
Right.
Georgie.
I'm sorry.
No, I think that's a funny question too. But
how many times have you guys heard like the emergency?
Turbulence. I get up. Everybody calm down. I got you guys.
Well, judging from the dinner the other day with the bug, I don't think you're going to be helping anybody out. On
Well,
the
if it's
flight.
a fire, a water, or God forbid, any type of armed robbery, I could take care of it. But if it's a bug, I can't do it.
But it does annoy me that, dude, airlines get away with everything. They charge you for carry-ons, checked bags. If you check your bag at the door, it's
I was
more
on a
money.
flight from Chicago to LA, and they didn't even give us water unless we paid for it.
Right?
Water.
What?
Water.
What?
You had to pay for
Probably
it.
Spirit.
Yeah, it was. I was like, why did I
Wait, it
do
was
this
Spirit?
to myself? Yeah.
Spirit's the worst.
Yo, why did we get
But I flew United.
Why do we get a cheap mic guy? Why are you flying with Spirit?
Dude, I used
My
to fly
YouTube hasn't
Spirit.
hit yet.
It's like
Also-
$60 to fly to Ohio on Spirit.
Really? Yeah. No, it's not. I
swear.
Hey, I'm riding with Spirit. What's up? My Spirit just got lifted. See, I was closed-minded.
Anyways.
And then I heard that.
I want to talk about my weekend in Ohio.
What's
okay?
up?
Oh, yeah.
So I
talk
get off
up.
the flight, didn't sleep at all. I go to do golf. immediately. I go 18.
Of course, because you're in
holes
Ohio.
of golf. Play with my dad.
What?
Beat my dad. He's been golfing every single day for 2 weeks
So
or 2
do you
years.
even
and
golf?
I haven't golfed in 5 years, and I beat my dad. Shout out, Dad. Sorry. And I go and had the best pull. Can we move past this perverted? I beat my dad.
You know, you played with your dad.
Or played with my dad. Yeah.
I didn't even get that.
Me and Jess both looked at each other.
They're sitting here laughing for 2 minutes as I'm trying
Do
to
you
explain.
now want
2
me
minutes on the
to
2
like,
minutes.
dude? It's our audience. We gotta show her some respect.
She doesn't even have a camera on her. She's not even existing. She has no mic either.
Sorry, Jess.
Wow, Jess, get on my level next time.
Anyways, I had a pulled pork sandwich.
A pulled pork sandwich.
Pulled pork sandwich.
Got it.
Absolutely incredible.
Yum.
And then I went to the club. Got absolutely schmacked.
We
How
saw
was the
the
clubs in
stories.
Ohio?
It's fun. Yeah. And then I was up till 5 a.m., went to bed. So I was up for like 48 hours pretty much. Next day, my buddy hooks me up with a Bentley. So I drove a Bentley around town, which was pretty cool. Those
That's
things are
cool.
actually really fast.
That's nice.
Shout out
of
to
him.
you car guys out there. And then my homecoming date from high school hit me up. She's like, hey, I saw you're in town. We're going out tonight for my birthday. Do you want to come? I said, absolutely.
Why not?
I was into you all high school, but unfortunately you weren't into me.
Wait. You can't just skim past this. Did you redeem your childhood dream?
No.
No. Stop.
I know, right?
Wait. You want to really
Really?
off podcast?
Off podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I went out for her birthday and went to the club. And we went through 2 bottles real quick. We had a group.
Real
I'm like,
quick,
oh,
that was
God.
so casual.
We're out.
Because he sees her again, he goes, "Wow, she's not doing too good, but I gotta do it for the past marks." It just starts chugging bottles.
No, like the whole group. We had a big group of people. We go through 2 bottles at the club. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to buy a bottle. So I bought a bottle. $450.
In Ohio?
Yeah, what the fuck is that? So I buy a bottle. It's $450. Then we go to the casino, and you have to show your ID to get in the casino in Cleveland. And I go to reach for my wallet. It's fucking gone again.
How do you keep missing your
I
wallet?
pull up the Tile app, and it's still at the club. So I go back to the club, and this for the second time, it's behind the club seat. So I think every time I sit up top on the club chairs and I slide down to get out,
No,
it falls out of my pocket.
I think every time you go to the club, you leave something behind. Whether
Why?
it's like your wallet, your
no,
car
because
keys.
I don't take my wallet. The only time I took my wallet, and the place it was at was where I was sitting. I have pictures sitting there. I'll show you the pictures. I poured my drink all over me. I don't understand. But yeah, that was my weekend in Ohio. I wanted to ask something because I saw Lil Tecca. What's your Lil Tecca story?
Lil Tecca.
He's popping now. And you met him prior to his blow up. What's your story with him?
Mark, only
Mark always wants
We
to
love
put me
you,
on
Tecca.
blast. Okay. I think he's really talented.
Yeah.
I think he's a really cool guy. I met him. He's very quiet. I think his music's dope. I promoted him. So you know for a fact from the jump I liked him. If I didn't like his music, I wouldn't promote him. But then he blew up and then he just unfollowed me. Literally as soon as he got signed, I just get an unfollow from him, and I was like, damn.
How'd you
it
meet
was
him?
quick
It's
too.
like that. What?
How'd you meet him?
Just through LJ and Giuseppe. They introduced me to him, and I was like, yo, this kid is dope. At first I did not like his music. I think I told his manager that. I go, dude, I don't like rap music. It's not my thing. And then he showed me 2 songs, and I was like, damn. Then I caught myself playing them a lot, and then I even promoted it with a swipe up to it and all this stuff. And he just
unfollow. Just hit you with the unfollow. He gets big and then hits you with the unfollow.
Yeah, I mean, this is that industry, bro. What do you expect?
And then this question goes to Trisha. What's going on with this Popeyes chicken sandwich?
I don't know because I haven't tried it. Because
But why is everybody
I've been
going
trying
crazy?
to be good. Because Popeyes has never had a sandwich before. And
Oh,
it's
they
trying to
just came
compete.
out with the chicken sandwich?
I believe so, and they are trying.
I've never had
compete.
Popeyes. Have you?
What?
No, never.
You guys, it's so good. It's so good.
But is it better than Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
What?
100%. Chick-fil-A is good. Don't get me wrong. But the seasoning of Popeye's chicken, you have to get it on the bone, obviously. Listen to me. They have seasoned fries.
See, I don't like bone.
Okay, you can get...
I don't like bone.
Okay, I don't
Do you
like the
bone?
tenders from Popeyes, but I really
like
do
chicken
want to
wings
try.
and stuff. Yeah.
So am I the
Yeah.
only one that is? I don't picture animals when I eat food.
Me neither.
I don't put it 1 to 1. So like if I'm eating a cheeseburger, to me, it's,
why would you picture an animal while you're
a
eating?
lot of people do. That's why
do.
Belle doesn't eat food anymore because
She doesn't eat food anymore?
No.
she doesn't eat any food, bro. She's
No food.
on the model diet.
Speaking of Belle and your mom coming, are you nervous?
Dude, I think that's
He
why today I've
hasn't
been having a
talked
stressful
all
day.
day.
George is on edge right now
He hasn't
because
talked all day.
his girlfriend is meeting his mom for the very first time tonight. And now he's rushed. He has no prep because we're shooting this podcast. She's landing. Belle's getting ready, trying to impress.
The whole car ride here, I was anxious.
I think that's what's been messing my day up. Like everything's been failing is because I've been low key. I'm not a panicker. I don't panic. No. I don't know why I'm panicking about it. And
what are you nervous about?
Nothing. There's nothing I should be nervous
Literally
about, but
nothing.
I am.
Nothing.
I have no idea. It's like you just brought it up. My heart's racing again. Like fuck me.
What are some emotions that you're feeling right now that people want to know prior to the meet?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Here's the thing with Georgie. He plans everything out. Right? So this is completely unplanned. He's like Anticado's never met any girl, ever. Any girlfriend, any girl he's dated, she's never met anybody. So he doesn't.
Think, you know what it is? I think I just hate situations that I can't control.
Yeah.
And
but why does that make you have pressure? Because you know that.
I know. I feel like here's the thing. Okay, ready for this? I was not nervous at all meeting her family. 0. Mm-hmm. Her friends a tiny bit because friends whisper shit in your ear. So like it's like if they don't like you, you're kind of burnt out. But like I won that room in 30 seconds, so then I stopped being nervous about it. Like I don't get nervous. But for some reason, you know what it is? It's my mom, dude. What if my mom doesn't like her? Then what do I do? Like what do I? You know what I mean? Like because like at the end of the day, it's my mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not my wife. This is my girlfriend. What if she's like, listen, she's not the one? Because my mom's straightforward to the blank. Mm-hmm. She doesn't give a shit. Yeah. She's like me. So she'll just straight up tell me that, dude, she didn't meet my ex. She didn't care about my ex. She goes, I'm not meeting her. She's not worth me meeting.
Yeah, but she wants to meet this one.
She does.
And that's why I think you really don't have anything to worry about.
I love how this is like a therapy session.
It is. I haven't said 2 words to George all day.
What? Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The other day I heard for the first time in my life, Mark,
why are you touching my hand?
Because it's just a moment for me.
Can somebody touch my hand?
I was on the phone. I was like, all right, I'll see you later. Bye.
To who?
To my mom. Sorry, my mom just texted me. I go, I sent her.
Hello?
Is it a Nissan?
Don't worry, we're not working or anything. Sorry.
No, I text her. I go, I'm like, yo, it's a Lexus. I don't know why I said it's a Lexus when it's a Nissan. And she goes, it's a Nissan. Damn. Bougie ass mom. Anyway, so I was on FaceTime with my mom and I was like, all right, I'll see you later. And usually when I'm on FaceTime with my mom, once in a while, like I'll chime in my girlfriend just to test the waters and like they'll talk. Mm-hmm. But never, ever have I ever heard my mom go, hey, is your girlfriend there? I want to talk to her. Never in my life. Never once. Oh, wow. So I was on FaceTime and I was like, all right, mom, I love you. Bye. And she's like, wait, before I go, is Belle there? And I go, yeah. She's like, can I talk to her? And I was like, yeah.
Privately?
She's like, go in the patio. No,
get the fuck away from my son before I get there.
So she takes the phone and they're just sitting there talking. And like, again, I felt like weird. It was super weird.
You wanted to monitor the conversation.
100% he did. But here's the thing with FaceTime, like she's already kind of met her, so you really don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah.
All right, what is your fear that she's gonna say? Some
dude, I don't know.
Shit
I don't know because I know Belle. She would. I think not, and everybody here knows Belle.
Yeah,
she wouldn't do that.
She's a gem.
It's just one of those things. You know what I mean? Like for example, when I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I'm trying.
You just freak out too much, man. I don't know why.
Stop worrying.
Do you follow football at all?
Yeah, of course.
Did you see Andrew Luck?
No, he does not.
Andrew Luck, the Colts quarterback, just retired.
Dude, retired out of nowhere, and he's so healthy.
No, he's not really healthy.
Oh shit! I try to guess. I don't know who this guy is.
But he just retired out of nowhere, and he's done really good for the Colts. And then he was walking off the field, and they were just booing him.
Oh, that's sad.
How fucked up is that?
His whole career.
You retire, and then you're walking off the field, and people just booing him.
Was he
his own teammate or booing him? His own fans?
Was he with that team like the whole entire ride? His whole career?
I mean, yeah, he's been there for a while. He's 29. I guess
that's unfair. You got to start thinking like, what if God forbid there's somebody in his family that's ill or something like that? Where
he retired because he's sick of going through the injury rehab cycle. He's been getting injured all the time, and then he has to go rehab, and then he gets to play again, and then he gets hurt again, and then he has to rehab because he has a shitty offensive line, I guess.
That's really sad.
And then another sports topic. Do you know who Paige Van Zandt is? She's a women's UFC fighter. I actually saw this. She said in a podcast that she makes more money off her Instagram than her actual job fighting UFC.
I believe that women athletes make nothing.
I think I met this girl.
She was on Logan's podcast. Were you there when we met her?
Maybe.
We went over. I
remember somebody brought this up to me.
She was on the number 2 podcast in the world.
What is it called
Impulsive.
again? Number 2. But yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. So, because she's trying to get a new contract, and she was like, "I make."
Well,
more money
she probably start her first contract was probably like a beginner's contract. So like they don't give you anything. They give you. But here's the thing: she probably wouldn't be where she was today if she didn't take that first contract.
Yeah, I mean, female athletes just in general don't get paid as much.
Not anything close.
But it comes down to like
viewership
and money. And
yeah, but they still work and train.
Right. Yeah, but it's about how much money are you bringing
100%.
in.
So, and I don't mean to be disrespectful in any way, but like, let's take gender out of it completely. There's a boy band, right? Why don't we?
Yeah.
They're crushing it right now, right? Did they start out right away doing One Direction numbers? No, I don't even think they got to One Direction yet. They will probably, but at the end of the day, they started getting paid when people started paying to watch them. Right. So had nothing to do with their gender. And I don't think women playing sports we're not paying them because like, oh, you're a woman. Here's your paycheck. It's not like that. It's how many times have you ever heard anybody around you being like, yo,
let's go watch that fight.
Let's go watch.
What about
I watch women fight. I actually do watch the UFC for chicks, but like basketball, girls play basketball. I've only heard, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but I've only got invited to guy basketball games. I've never been invited to
the WNBA games. My sister and her boyfriend love going to them. They're it's so much fun.
But to me, that's rare. I don't hear that.
It's really rare.
So
Nobody knows it.
I don't think they're paying them because I think it's because advertisements are putting more money into what people are watching. At the end of the day, if people started watching girl basketball more than guy basketball, guess what? Guys are going to be getting paid less.
But like even the women's soccer team won the championship, they were getting paid nothing.
Right.
And they are so good. And they have a huge fan base.
I think that one, they actually do bring in more viewers than the men's team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're amazing.
Yeah.
I think they petitioned to like raise their salary too after they won the championship.
Yeah. Well, I saw a really cool story. This Las Vegas guy, he's 18 years old. He lost 113 pounds so he can enlist in the army. This quote was really cool that he said. He's 6'1", and he was, how much weight was he? He was like 318 pounds. And I guess when you're 6'1", for someone his age and height, you have to be 205 pounds to be in the army. The maximum weight you can be. Isn't that crazy? They have like weight standards to be in the army. What if you're like a buff, like LeBron?
You can't be flat-footed either to be in the army.
Really?
Did you know that?
Not anymore.
Really?
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore.
Okay, that's an old fact then.
There's a lot of rules to be in there.
Trisha was born in the 40s.
But the reason he like wanted to join the army is he wanted to become the first member of his family to serve. And he said, "You've got one life. I don't want to wake up and do the same thing every single day. There's a whole world out there." And I thought it was really cool that he said that because I've always said this to people that like want to move to Los Angeles and they like stay in their hometowns and do what's safe and what's comfortable. How many times have I said there's a whole world out there that we don't know about? Like when people ask, in the fan questions, they're like, should I marry my high school sweetheart or should I go out there and explore new options?
If you're asking that question, then you probably shouldn't marry him.
Right?
Or her.
I don't know. I just think it's really cool to like go out there and explore the whole new world. And then I wanted to talk about this. President Barack Obama just put a bid on to move into a house for $15 million. How crazy is that? He made $400,000 in office. They weren't rich before they came into office.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy that in 2019, if you become the president of the United States, you become a celebrity and they signed a freaking book deal for $65 million.
What?
A Netflix deal, speaking engagements. They just have hella money from being the president. This is crazy that you could just become the president and then become rich. You become a celebrity.
Because he was like,
he gets security guards for the rest of his life. You know that?
Yeah, but isn't that insane that it's kind of like The Bachelor?
Right.
Like you go on the show, you're a nobody, and you become famous.
Everybody knows you after.
Just a normal person. You go and become president. No one knew who you were before. And now all of a sudden you're buying a $15 million house just because you were president of the United States.
I mean, not just because. I mean,
people are going to start running for president just to be famous. Just like they're going on The Bachelor.
You in this show?
Yo, Middle America loves Bachelor.
Oh, they love it.
I go home to Ohio. Everyone's like asking me about it because I hang out with them. They're like, "So which one did you do this with?"
What? I
like,
was. Oh my god.
Oh man.
I gotta bleep that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Our audience is getting pretty crazy.
You got anything? You guys got anything to talk about, or should we go into the fan questions?
Let's go into the fan questions.
Fan questions. Fan questions.
Hey guys, I love your podcast.
Lies.
I'm from Orange County, but I go to LA all the time, and I was wondering if you guys have ever fallen for people who are being fake, or if you're able to weed out the people who are being genuine from the people that are just trying to take advantage of you.
That's a great question.
I think that all has to do with experience.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to deal with it. And at the end of the day, like,
how do we know if people are trying to take advantage of us?
you really don't. I think you gotta like be smart. You gotta give yourself limits. You can't let people walk all over you. In general, anybody. I constantly help people around me because I don't believe that if I help somebody that it's gonna not help me in the end.
Right.
I don't do things for me to be like,
things in return,
yeah. So I don't really get taking advantage of. If you start wasting my time or wasting opportunity, that's when I cut you out.
Oh, he'll let you know real fast.
I'll let you. Trisha seen me do it several times to people. Like, I love people, but if you get in the way of my success, I'll physically or mentally destroy you.
I think initially.
Sorry, I didn't listen.
Well, no, it's true.
This is my life. This is my livelihood. If you're trying to take the thing that I wake up every single morning to live for, dude, then what do I have to live for?
Yeah.
I think you have to go in it with an open mind, like we talked about, because at first sight of someone meeting us, in LA is a small town. We all know who everybody is. So they know who you are.
Or who you slept with.
Yeah. They know what you bring to the table. They know what you offer. So it's not like you really meet someone in LA for the first time and they're like, oh, really? I've never heard of you.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows everyone out here. So it's like, I don't know. You just got to see what their intentions are, I guess. But I've met a lot of good
in
people.
LA, man, it sucks to say it. I hate to say it because I like to look at like the brighter things in life. But it's, dude, everybody's here. Listen, everybody moved out of their lives to have a better life out here.
So everyone's here for themselves.
Exactly. Nobody came out here and spent all the money and worked all the hours that they worked to help you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You guys made it, right?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Do you have any idea how many knives I've lost with all the friends that I've stabbed in the back? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
Well, I also think I like making friends with people out here that my friends are friends with. Because then I'm like, okay, my friend fucks with them. So I trust the fact that.
Me too.
But I don't really make new friends through just randomly going to the club by myself.
I don't think I've made any friends that I haven't met through.
Right. Like George likes Trisha, so I by default have to like her, even though, she gets on my nerves sometimes. Next question.
Same.
I've been friends with a girl for nearly 15 years, kind of fallen in love with her, and then found out that my best mate's sleeping with her without me knowing.
No.
I don't know, I feel like I've kind of been hit on the sly. Seems she's known how I feel. So yeah, what's your advice? Should I just leave the situation? Should I just deal with it and stay involved in the situation of being friends with them? Yeah, because right now I feel like leaving the situation, if I'm honest, and I'd just like to see what you guys really think about it.
What do you think, George?
I want to cry.
Wow, that's a deep one, man.
Wait, she knew how he felt about her?
From what he said, she knew he liked her, but she's been sleeping with his best friend.
Bye.
But
I don't think you should burn a bridge with anybody.
yeah,
I just think, and
this is actually. There's also another fan question that had a similar situation. So this you can answer two in one here.
So here's the thing. Outside looking in with no emotions attached, you might hate this, but she wasn't made for you, bro. Like and here's the thing, you don't ever want to ruin a friendship over a girl, because at the end of the day, dude, relationships in general don't work. So why would you want to risk a relationship, like bidding one relationship you already have? You know what I mean? It's like you're playing poker, you don't know what the other person's holding, and now you're betting one relationship you already have that's solid for you.
There's a lot of variables here. in my opinion, you can't force someone to like you. And if as much as you can like someone, if they
I'm
don't
all
like
about
you back,
persistence though.
Yeah, if they don't like you back, that's the reality. Here's my thing. If your best friend knew that you liked her and he was sleeping with her behind your back, that's a different story. But if your best friend never knew the scenario, then I don't know. I would still remain friends with both of them.
I don't know, because like,
unless they knew.
What if they end up getting married, and just whatever, hypothetically speaking, and you have to like just sit there with a smile on your face for the rest of your life, knowing maybe those feelings will never go away for the rest of his life.
Nah, I will. I don't believe in that mumbo jumbo shit. Listen, you pick who you want to fall in love with, right? So like, for example, Belle's a cool ass girl. I really do like this girl. But if I really concentrated hard, I'd move on. Like it's like people try to plan their life like movies. This is real life. It's not a movie. There's no fairy tales. Movies end when they get married because they don't want to show you the aftermath. You know what I mean? Like, so like at the end of the day, bro, you might hate me for saying this, but if I take you, I don't know where you're from, say you're from London, but if I drop you in Japan, right? And you live in there for 5 years, you're going to find a girl and you're going to fall in love with her and you're like, oh my God, this is destiny. No, it's not. You got dropped into Japan and this is what you have. So like at the end of the day, don't be walking around being like, oh God, the love of my life is gone. There's no such thing as one girl for you.
Whoa. What if people travel all around the world and then they come back to the girl that they love and they're like, I've been around the world?
Well, if it's meant to be,
they got rejected by 1 million people around the world and they came back.
I don't know.
I don't think like that.
Next question.
No, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I tell this to a lot of people. If we go to middle America right now, people that are struggling financially or people that are middle class, but they want the better life. And if we're like, yo, we'll give you $100 million to leave your wife right now. Dude, do you have any idea how the divorce rates would go up?
Oh, yeah.
Because, dude, you like say you love somebody, but at the end of the day, like, you choose what you love.
Bigger, better deal.
Bigger, better deal. So, like, you're not in love with that girl. You just are infatuated because you can't be in love with her if you haven't really had those moments. Like,
for 15 years.
Yeah, you can't. So I say
that was a hard truth, but I think
hopefully it sat well with you.
It sat well. Yeah. I
wanted to know how your dyslexia and ADHD has impacted you as a businessman and just, I guess, in general, because I'm also dyslexic and ADHD. And I know for me, it's like, it's helpful for some things, but for school, it is very stressful. So I would just like to know like how that has impacted you. And
what do you think, George?
I was reading lines with my girlfriend a week and a half ago.
Oh, we get it. You have a girlfriend.
And I fucked up a lot of times reading it back to her because it was just jumbling around in my head. And I told her I needed to go to the bathroom. And I closed the door and I started sobbing because I could not fix it. And it bothers me because I work on everything in my life. And there's nothing that I get in front of me that I can't fix. But dyslexia is not something that goes away. Till this day, when I hear the word popcorn, I have like a mini panic attack because when I was in the 3rd grade and I was reading, people there's a reading game called Popcorn, and everybody in class would popcorn me.
So where are you going with this?
Yeah. So if
when I was in 5th grade, they ate buttered popcorn without me.
Yeah. If I popcorn Mark, he'd read like a sentence and then popcorn back.
Right.
And the whole class did it because they loved how I stuttered and I failed.
They did it on purpose.
Yeah. So they would make fun of me on it. So I grew up and I built memories. So when I'm reading scripts, because I knew that I had to read scripts. So I developed this really cool talent of reading my sides and realizing I can memorize it within 1 or 2 times of reading it, so I don't have to read it in front of people. But yeah, there's times like, for example, when they give it to me on the fly and I have to read it out loud, I stutter. I look dumb when I'm spelling because when I'm spelling, in my mind, it sounds correct, but I write it wrong or I type it wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because people don't understand that I'm seeing it right in my head, but I can't get it out properly because my mind travels faster than my hands. So I get it, but I don't let that define who I am. I know I'm very intelligent. So what really helped me was when Albert Einstein was talking about how schools are judging people off of their intelligence with tests that only will help somebody that's strong with reading and strong with writing. It's unfair because a lot of the school systems, if somebody would have, by the way, let me give you an example. I was in the 6th grade when I realized I wasn't stupid. I literally thought I was dumber than
Took you that long?
They put me in special ed class. They put me in like a lot of classes because I wouldn't be able to, when I was reading paragraphs, when I took tests, I would fail. Is because when I was reading it wrong. And when I was writing it out, I was writing it wrong. I was in the 6th grade and I was crying. And I was so frustrated until one teacher finally realized that it might have not been my intelligence. It might have been my like actual reading and writing. So she sat next to me. She goes, I'm going to read this to you. And I want you to tell me what the answer is and I'll write it out for you. And I was in the 6th grade and I was testing as high as high schoolers. And that's when I found out that I was actually intelligent, but I couldn't relate it to the paper. Yeah. So don't let this little obstacle get in your way because you have no idea where your mind is. If you're dyslexic, that means your mind is fast, dude. And so here's the thing, and anybody in any type of form of, if it's ADD or is dyslexia, use that to your advantage and your strengths. Not everybody's made to be a writer. Not everybody's made to be a reader. But man, you could excel if you stop focusing on the negatives and start focusing on the positive. Yeah, I talk really fast and yeah, my mind travels, but guess what, dude? I'm a freaking fantastic entertainer. And I know how to talk to people. I might not be able to write you letters, but if we sit down one-on-one, I could probably relate to you in a way that nobody else could.
Yeah, let me write the letters. I write some bomb-ass letters.
But
Georgie writes good letters too.
I used to, me and Logan actually, and I realized that George hated this. Me and Logan used to make laugh at George because he would mess up words so much. And then I just remember one day George snapped on us. And you remember that?
Yeah.
And he got all butt hurt. So I didn't make fun of George not being able to speak ever since. But I think for the ADD or the ADHD, I think we all have it, to be honest. Everybody in
different levels. Yeah.
We all have it. George, I mean, I guess you have ADHD. You're just like an outgoing person.
They try to put pills in my head. Dude,
what?
no,
he would run laps around me when we were kids.
Yeah.
Kids.
I would, my mind travels at a different pace. But yeah, dude, like I'm saying, I'm at where I'm at right now and it still bothers me a lot. Dude, I have panic attacks when I'm in audition rooms and they're like, oh, you know what? We want you for this role. Could you read this? And I'm like, fuck.
You're like, nope.
Yeah, no, I did it the other day and thank God I was like.
He's so good at memorizing though.
I literally was like on the fly instead of me focusing on the negative and being like, yo, I can't read that. I'm sorry. I literally looked at the casting director and I go, yeah, actually, you know what? Here's a skit that I did the other day. I think you'd find it really funny. Here it is. Let me step outside and read these lines. And I did. Then I came back and crushed it. So you got to work around your obstacles.
Do what you're good at. Focus on what you're good at. Yep. All right, next question.
I have a question regarding something you said on the podcast. You said that girls who are naked on Instagram are whores and do it for likes. I'm curious what your opinion is on guys who take naked or shirtless pictures and post them on Instagram. By the way, I'm definitely not trying to criticize you. I was just wondering what your opinion is. Thank you very much.
Here's my thing.
Well,
send me the page of a guy that posts naked photos.
Dude, there's so many.
Really?
Yeah, so many.
But it's not all over my Explore page. It's not on your Explore page?
Because Instagram knows you don't like that. And if it did, we would have a different conversation. Here's the thing. I'm not every single girl that shows her sexuality is a whore.
Like, look, Jess is sitting across from us. All her photos, I've never seen her wear clothes.
But here's the thing.
Is she a whore? No, I know
if she
her.
wasn't our friend, I'd unfollow her. like I did Gigi.
I would follow Gigi too.
Yeah, because here's the thing, dude. It's not what I look for at all. It's a thing. But guys, let me give you an example. There's a guy that I know. I'm not going to say his name, but he does this app where you could pay a certain amount a month and then he dances half naked. To me, you're a whore for that. I'm sorry. If you're using your sexuality, if you're dancing around naked and you're making a profit off of this, dude, you're using your body to make money. To me, that's prostitution. And I don't know why people keep fighting me on this. Because you don't hire a stripper to do your math. You know what I mean?
About a fitness guy, he's using his body to make money. Is that prostitution?
No, he's not. No, that's not right. That's not. He's not. It's marketing for sure, but he's not using his body. He's using his knowledge to get your body in a better shape. That's a trainer. Now I can show you a lot of wannabe Instagram trainers.
Are you going to follow a 400-pound guy that's telling you what to eat and what to work out?
No, I said he's using it as
he's using his body to make money.
But I think it's the
intent. You're not going to follow Fat Albert or Norbit you're going to follow someone like Johannes or Bradley Martin who have shown the results.
Yeah, but look at the way that they're promoting their body. They're doing workouts. There's a lot of girls that I follow that do fitness modeling, but their videos have to do with fitness, not brushing their teeth, holding one hand and barely showing a nip. That's not going to get me abs. That's going to get me a boner.
But how would you feel, for example, about someone like Summer Rae, who she does fitness as well, but she also utilizes her curvature for...
She even talked about in the podcast that she doesn't like posting booty pictures anymore. So she's even fixed herself because she doesn't want to be branded like that. So that is somebody that I say, hey, look up to, because she knows that she's walking a very thin line and she could be either looked at as a girl that's like that or a girl that's a businesswoman.
But this is where I draw the question.
What?
She's already posted those pictures, and those pictures have gotten her where she is today. So her not posting it is great. But
no, because I followed her from the very beginning. She's actually got known for doing fitness videos.
Really?
I would disagree on that.
No, I know for a fact because I was one of the first to follow her, and I knew when when she transferred accounts. But I knew her first account before she transferred accounts.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to do these rope things. Mind you, it was very sexual, extremely. But there was actual girls looking at that for tips and tricks.
Right. I even have followed.
Like, for instance, Katya Henry is like all about the booty game. Like, she's close to getting the unfollow from me, but. Half of her stuff is nutrition, diet, blah, blah, blah. So you could,
here's what
you
I
could
think.
use your body, but there's difference from a girl that's just using her body to promote sexual intentions, and there's difference. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it just needs to shift, bro. People got to stop posting it and people got to stop liking it. That
That's
bothers
what it
me.
is. It's they're getting.
dude, that's
that
never
instant
gonna stop.
gratification.
This whole world is ran on.
Instagram needs to set parameters where it's like, dude, this isn't a porn site. Like, this is a place to share content and pictures. Like,
look at Trisha coming up on that posting.
but I'm saying, like, a bathing suit's fine, but I'm just saying, like, showing nipples and all that stuff. It's just like, I don't know, man.
I think
The
it's all
content
about
needs to
the
shift.
intent. If you're posting it for intent of just getting likes, then.
But that's what Instagram is. You
Yeah.
post shit to get likes and you get seen.
True.
So it's just like, but if we keep liking it and, like, for example, Trisha will post a cooking video. It's not going to do as good as a bathing suit try-on.
Actually, I beg to differ. It did. It
My
did a
cooking
lot better
videos
than her.
didn't do really well.
It will if that's what you churn out from the start. That's what
Like,
you give the people to.
Here's the
for
thing.
example, let me tell you something.
Okay.
Ayla asked me a long time ago. She's like, because we had this conversation about her posting sexual pictures. She's like, I don't want to do it, but they get more likes. I go, they get more likes because that's what you're giving the people. And they want more of it. If you give them something else, at the time I was getting way more likes than her. I was like, look, I've never once posted anything with my shirt off. And I get more likes than you because I'm giving the people something to consume. I'm telling them what I want them to consume.
Right.
You're telling them what you want them to consume. So if you stop posting this shit, then they'll start to like the shit you're posting.
Because I tried this out the other day where I just posted like a selfie, nothing on my body. And it actually did just as well as my other pictures.
And you're not going to know either if you're posting selfies, if you're posting cooking videos, and then you slam them with a bikini pic, you're going to see the bikini pic do better, and then you're like, oh wow, it does better.
Also, I have no problem with girls posting bikini pictures.
No, me either.
Yeah, I think that kind of came off wrong if you guys heard it that way. So when guys are like shirtless, like showing their abs in swim trunks, I don't give a shit. That's cool. Whatever, do your thing.
George used to do that.
But if you want to have abs,
he did.
Here's what I want. I just want to see more talent on Instagram.
But that's what you want. That's not what everybody wants.
I know. Well, I want everyone to want.
Well, then make an app called Mark's
You
Instagram.
Libra, you cannot have everybody want
Next
what you
question.
want.
Anyways, we have no more fan questions. George, any closing arguments?
Yeah, why is Alyssa Violet always dodging us?
I was gonna bring this up. Alyssa Violet was supposed to be on this week again. I texted her and she goes to me yet again. So I think that's the last attempt at getting her on the podcast.
Yeah.
We used to be friends, but all those friendships.
No, we'll still be friends.
Here's my question: closing argument. Why have we remained best friends this whole time? We've never even once gone away from each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Why is that? Like Logan, we don't hang out with him as much. Johannes, we've lost him to Amanda. Alyssa Violet, she's gone and vanished. Why is it that
we had relationships too, and we never stopped being friends.
That's what I'm saying. Why is it that we've stuck together the longest?
It's effort. You guys both put in the effort.
On top of that, we're probably really good at balance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I've had that grown-up conversation. It was like, yo, I like this relationship, but I need time for my friends. I already did that. So it's like, people need to make time and effort.
Johannes, you need to make some fucking time for us. Logan, you need to make some time for us.
I texted both of them, and they're coming tomorrow for the...
Oh, George is in a movie. What movie?
It's called Follow Me.
Follow Me?
Yeah.
When's it out?
And you could follow me at George Janka.
Yeah, you can.
It's the screening. It's not a premiere.
Oh.
So you get to see it and then
cool.
give us notes and stuff.
I can't wait.
Oh, it's a pre.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
So excited.
Anyways, guys, drop a like. We'll see you guys next week on the Tumen Show. And let us know if you enjoyed having Trisha as a commentator on here. If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and
good night,
Bye.
man. Good night.
all right, now let's do the intro.